In 1989, a simple real estate deal suddenly exploded into a legal battle.
No one told us. No one said this house was haunted.
How could we live there? How could anyone?
A seemingly ordinary house with an extraordinary secret. What in the world happened inside this house? All of this began 20 years before that lawsuit. In 1890, a large Victorian home was built at 1 Lavater Place in the quiet town of Nyack, New York. By the 1960s, it had been vacant for 7 years. However, this house had already gained a strange reputation. By the 1960s, the house sat empty. But the stories around it did not.
I love it.
We'll fix it up. The kids will want it here.
In 1967, George and Helen Ackley, husband and wife, decided to move in and restore the old house overlooking the Hudson River. But soon, their choice would lead to experiences they could have never imagined. Footsteps in empty rooms, whispers in the night. Doors and windows started to be opened by themselves. And it wasn't only the Ackley family who felt it was weird.
Miss Ackley, are you planning to stay here long?
Maybe until 4:30. Why?
I kept hearing footsteps upstairs. I went up there 6 times and there was nothing there. I don't think it's nice to stay here alone.
I guess. Maybe it's just a rat. I'll have to get used to it.
But the disturbances only grew.
Mom?
Yes?
Mom? The Wentford is moving again.
Again?
And then it stopped, as if held by an invisible hand.
Mom, my bed is shaking. And if I don't get up right away, it shakes even harder.
Cynthia believed it was a woman who wakes her up in the morning. This wasn't the end. A man in a blue suit with ruffled sleeves sits in mid-air before the fireplace, smiling gently. Helen said the man smiled at her, as if he had always lived there. In 1989, Helen lost her husband and decided to sell the house. Helen has reported the presence of a ghost in both a national publication called Reader's Digest and the local press twice. The Stambovsky couple, who as residents of New York City had no familiarity with the folklore of the village of Nyack, signed, and they paid the down payment of $32,500.
You didn't tell us the house was haunted. This isn't a fair sale. We want our deposit back.
Did you guys ever ask? Even once?
Order in the court.
That's correct. They wanted to break their contract. However, Helen refused, and they sued to get their deposit back. The strange thing is, none of the new owners ever experienced anything like that. So then, were the ghosts visible only to the Ackley family? So then, inside that house, who was really living there?